Jai Gurudev, welcome everyone to this new episode of Bliss Becoming and Being, part 22. And these episodes are dedicated to our beloved Gurudev Siyag and his Guru Siyag Yoga. So today is a special day because although every day is a special day after I have become disciple of Gurudev Siyag and I truly mean it. However, today is a special day because after a very long time I am doing this session live today. So maybe this was Gurudev's wish to do this session live today. Although as of now, maybe only 4 or 5 of you are watching me. So I welcome all of you, Guru brothers and sisters, who are watching this live session. And it's been a pleasure is a very small word to describe that this opportunity to share my experiences about Guru Siyag Yoga has been. Uh, there are no words actually to describe this, but this opportunity has been a big part of grace that I am having in my life because I don't think that I have anything special other than other than the fact that I am a disciple, a humble lallu disciple of Guru Siyag. Why am I calling myself somebody uh, who is although I am doing whatever I am doing, but then what I got to know after becoming a disciple of Guru Siyag is something that uh, is not easy to know because even though we can read a lot about whatever knowledge we want to gain, but this experience when you when you receive Guru's grace in form of learnings and knowledge that you need to grow, progress, and feel happiness in your life without reading anything as such. So, although I'm a voracious reader, but this experience of Gurudev guiding you personally is something that defines me completely today. And this week and from past several weeks, whenever I do this session, I always pray to Gurudev that that help me speak because I hardly have any words to describe about what I'm going through as a practitioner of Guru Siyag. And uh, I have uh, I have great difficulty in actually sharing that what this path is all about because I always feel that whatever I'm sharing, it's very less that I share, and there are no right words exactly to describe. However, I have been trying to put trying to put my experiences and journey so far in the best possible way I can. So, in recent times, Gurudev has been educating me on how to really express the divine qualities of surrender, of detachment, of seeing him in all. And when I'm saying this, so this is something that this journey involves all this. So all of you who are on this path, so this path is about finding your core, your divine self. And that means that a lot of that is not your divine self will fall off. It will shed off on its own because receive so much of wisdom and grace from Gurudev that you will understand how to think, what to think, and your patterns, your automatic patterns of thinking, they will they will they will start loosening up their grip on you, and you will no more defend yourself. You will no more defend your thinking or patterns. But for all this to happen, what Gurudev helped me do is that he helped me understand that on this path, our Gurudev is omnipresent, omnipotent, and in fact, he is God Himself. So God Himself in a form of Guru Siyag. So all we need to do is perhaps only 5-10% of what needs to be done, because this path promises you the divine transformation. This is not a path which is which is promising you anything else other than divine transformation. And on this path, Gurudev has made us very comfortable, because we are receiving so much love and his help on this journey, that I don't think that other than this path it is happening anywhere. That wherever you are, in whatever circumstances you are, there are there 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 are so many impossible things that one has to do. But when we are Guru Siyak disciple and we do two very simple things that are to be done on this path, that is mantra and mantra jap and meditation, and maintain that surrender. Whatever level we are at, just have that surrender. Even if you feel that you are not at that level, but saying, expressing, being honest, that wherever I am intellectually, whatever my mind is, I'm not sure of it perhaps, but whatever I am, and I surrender to you, I bow to you, and you guide me how to live, how to walk on this path, how to do my duties well, and at the same time well enough so that I can enjoy on this path. So this path is full of fruits when we surrender, because life is never easy or tough. Life is life. Life has its own way of way of happening, and it depends upon individual to individual, that how easy or difficult they see their life to be. So Gurudev is all about making us real as divine beings. Gurudev is all about helping us day in and day out, every moment. He's there with us. He help us think through things. So so what perhaps I struggle myself when I share about Guru Siyag Yoga to my friends, and in fact to people like my siblings and more relatives and all that. So it's what I noticed, that it's not easy. It's not easy to really receive this diamond or gold are very shallow and small words to express. But this uh, I'm not finding the right word in English. This So this is that kind of gem that is not quantifiable. That is not the value of that gem is only known by somebody who possess it. So it's not easy for ordinary people to actually understand the value of this gem that we call Guru Siyag Yoga. So whenever I express to my friends, family, cousins, and relatives about Guru Siyag Yoga, and some of them are doing it for sure, and they feel whatever I'm feeling. But then there are those who simply can't relate to it, who are not really able to understand logically that how can this be possible, and they are not even ready to even try it. So look at the state of mind that people might be. They are not even open enough to even try something which uh, which promises all the fruits that you need as a human being and as a soul. So this path promises you liberation, and this path promises you bliss. So these episodes are bliss becoming and being. So wherever we are in our journey, when we attach ourselves to Guru Siyag, that bliss that is inside us, that becomes active in us, and we start becoming divine. And the day will come when we will be being divine. So it's so all of you who are contemplating that how to progress on this path, or are you doing it right or wrong, or is there any way to progress rapidly on this path, or is there a perfect way to practice Guru Siyag Yoga? So a lot of questions might be there. Some of you might be comparing that a lot of people share beautiful, experiences of various, having description uh, that that you might be finding very fascinating. So those descriptions could be of the visions that they are getting of the divine visions, or maybe other things. So all I would like to share is that Guru Siag has never appeared in any form in my dreams or otherwise. I have never seen God. I mean, I only have seen the pictures of deities that are part of our culture, and I haven't really had any kind of special visions or anything like that. But my experience purely has been of being open and letting my guru lead me. And life has been tough and life has been easy, but with Gurudev I have enjoyed on this journey. So each day has been made special, because each day I allowed that transformation to happen. And because of that allowance, whatever lessons this this mind needs to learn, whatever whatever understandings are needed to grow, to fill the gaps in your life, so that comes to you automatically. So every day is special because you start living in a different way. You become excited about life. So this path is about 360-degree transformation, but only for those who are who are ready for that magic, who are ready to surrender, who are ready to experience that transformation, who are open. So openness and surrender is something that's the primary requirement. So Guru Siyag Yoga is all about that, this 5-10%, whatever you call it, this openness. So why openness? Because when we see Guru Siyag and his guru Babaji Gangai Nath ji. So initially people like me, they think from their mind, and they might not really appreciate anything about anything about Guru Siyag Yoga, because modern human being, I don't know what this word modern is, because many a times I feel that modern means foolish. So 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 we modern beings, at least I can say people like me, we are always wanting very good packaging, and Guru Siyag Yoga has a very simple has a very simple appearance and feel, and Guru Siyag doesn't have fancy videos or discourses or his wisdom, whatever has disseminated through his talk. All of his talks are more or less similar to listen. I don't know how many of them I have listened so far, because every day I listen to Gurudev. So, because Gurudev says that my weight has voice, and my day starts uh, with Gurudev's voice. So I just wake up and I put a YouTube video and I keep on working in kitchen and anything, whatever I'm doing. So whether I'm driving and all that. So what I was saying, that our mind is a fascinating mechanism, and it creates filters. So those filters sometimes do not accept simple things like Guru Siyag Yoga. So that openness to experience Guru Siyag Yoga is many a times missing. So, as somebody who is trying to spread the word of Guru Siyag Yoga, I really experienced that it's so hard for 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 people to be open to experience something which is divine. Then also they really want to be convinced logically. They want a picture perfect kind of guru and scenario. Then only they would like to try it. And somebody who has started practicing, perhaps because of some disease or because of some other reason, so they expect a lot when they join Guru Siyag Yoga, with that expectation of curing a disease, or with an expectation of coming out of some pain or struggle in life. So, and most of Guru disciples form this category, including me, because when I first got to know about Gurudev, I understood the theory. I was quite convinced about the theory, but somehow I could not accept Guru Siyag initially. And it's only his grace, Guru's grace, that I am here today, because I didn't practice Guru Siyag Yoga. I didn't uh, do anything for a year or something. It's only after a year that some painful situation had come in my life, and I just I just started practicing Guru Siyag Yoga. And ever since I just started, and I just practiced. Uh, I won't say half-heartedly, but I would say that my meditation practice didn't have much rigor, because a person who is having a painful situation and who is just depending upon a spiritual power to for help in that painful situation. So my perspective was very much focused on solving a problem. So, and Guru is Guru is much more than solving a problem. Guru is and Guru Siyag Yoga is solving all the problems. So it's about solving the root problem, which is we forgetting about our own true self. So that is the root cause of all problems. So Guru Siyag Yoga is about eliminating that problem. So once we let our guru do the transformation in us, we let go of our expectations. So it's not that that our problems doesn't get solved, or Gurudev doesn't help us, but the whole point is that our faith and surrender, these are the essential qualities that gets evolved on this path, and we are able to keep our problems aside and surrender ourselves to the Guru, and let our Guru decide what needs to be tackled first, what needs to stay for some time. And we do not decide the timelines that Guru Dev, please heal this disease in a week, and this one in 2 weeks, and this one in 6 months, and this problem in 1 month. So when we let our Guru lead us, when we let our Guru transform us, whatever happens, when we have that faith that Guru is leading us, so whatever happens, we are able to make sense of it. So this mental state wherein we are okay to have painful situations, because we are okay to have a few diseases. So this mental state is very different from that needy and a state full of expectations and restlessness and concerns and fear, wherein we just want these small things to we are concerned about these nitty gritties and small things, and versus the state wherein we let the Guru do whatever the Guru wants, then all the problems that we have in life, all the diseases that we have in our body, we are able to see those things in a different way. Then we are able to see these things as our blessings, which are helping us grow. So these changes, when they start occurring to you become a different human being altogether. You become a different person altogether. And now, because of going through these experiences myself, I'm able to understand only a bit, of course, that this is what divine transformation is all about. When Lord Krishna came on the earth, he had to go through a lot of problems. We all know that. He himself was Lord. So why did he have to face all the problems? He had to uh, fight powerful demons. He had to fight dangers lurking at every corner. So when Lord Rama arrived on earth, he had to go through all the pain that 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 we cannot even say that everybody goes through, because his life was exemplary, uh, uh, filled with exemplary challenges. Same with Lord Krishna, and I'm sure same with other avatars and great beings and saints. So it's not about finishing the problems of your life. It's about finishing all the all the all the qualities that creates those problems, or that see those problems bigger than your divine self. So Guru Siyag Yoga is about victory on your own self, on your own mind, on your own way of being. So that is what is Guru Siyag Yoga is. So all of us would like to grow in that manner, isn't it? So when I look at my children, what do I want at the end of the day? Can I really ensure that how happy they would be? Will I be able to ensure that how much money they will be earning? Will I be able to ensure that they shall not have any disease at all? They must get a good life partner. They must get good jobs. They must be away from all the all negative things that can happen in life. They must. So how can I ensure all that? Nobody can, isn't it? I can't ensure what will happen next moment with my own self. So how can I ensure anything about anything about my children? So what I think is the biggest blessing we can help others receive is about that biggest blessing is about the grace of the Guru Siyag. So, dear brothers and sisters, first receive this grace fully yourself, because Guru's grace is I would say showering on all of us. It's up to us that do we really just put our toe into that shower. Do we just really just experience this shower of Guru's grace by uh, putting a finger into the shower, or do we really want to immerse ourselves into that divine shower? It's up to us. It's up to us what we want to experience and how we want to progress on this path. So, so I don't know if I'm really making sense to you whenever I'm speaking. I'm listening to myself, and I'm listening to whatever is coming out, and at the same time I sometimes also hear that as if something is wanting to bubble out, and as if it is in some different language. So so I'm sure you must all sometimes be feeling that my words might appear a little incoherent. So that is something that I can't help it, because whenever you have to talk about Gurudev, it's a divine experience in itself, and no wonder that that my eyes starts drooping, because that divine flow, that divine energy is bliss. So meanwhile, I have Dharmendra Guru Bhai, who has joined this session today, and it's great to have him. So I would like to welcome Dharmendra Guru Bhai to the session. Jai Gurudev.
Jai Gurudev. Jai Gurudev to everyone. It's always a pleasure to be, with you in this session. And thank you so
Yeah.
much for inviting me. I got some time today when I thought I can share some of my experiences with Guru Siyag Yoga. And that goes back to 2017 when I was traveling to Indonesia, to Jakarta, where and I got initiated in September 2017 that time. And after getting initiation, it was a sort of informal one, and I got initiated through a long conversation with one of our professors, Pankaj Goswami. He is in Bikaner, Rajasthan, India. And that was so impressive an interaction. It was more of a spiritual interaction out of nowhere, and that transformed my life and that changed my life throughout. So what happened after that, I got glued to watching all the videos of Guru Siyag. There were many videos available, some of them like kind of repeat or duplicate videos, and I watched all those videos. And I found one very interesting thing in those videos is that this meditation, which is called Guru Siyag Yoga or Siddh Yoga, works on every human being on this planet. So I was wondering whether it works on Hindus or it works only in India. And I was so innocent, right? I'm still.
Right.
So I had an opportunity in October 2017, or towards the end of October 2017, to travel to Jakarta in Indonesia, capital of Indonesia, and that was my business visit. So by that time, I had couple of very starking experiences per se.
Okay.
One of those experiences was knowing about who I was in my past life. So that
Oh.
was that just happened that on one fine Sunday I was looking at Gurudev's picture. I was looking for Gurudev's picture. I wanted to get it printed, laminated for myself because I was watching on my mobile. Then I thought, it would be very nice to have one good picture. So I found one picture, and then I got, just looked at that picture on my laptop screen. It was around afternoon, around 2 p.m. or so, and it was Sunday. So my wife was actually, taking nap besides me, and I was looking at that. So I had no idea that if I look into the eyes of Guru Siyag, what may happen. So what happened? I just kept on looking, and in his eyes, and in my mind, I said, Gurudev, you say that you will be able to see unlimited past and future. Can you tell me who I was? How did I die?
Oh,
And when did I die? So that was a very simple, straightforward question in my mind only in my mind. And instantly, before my mind or brain can react, I got answer in my mind that I was a South Indian female singer, and I died in a train accident in 1956. I'm forgetting the name of that female who I was. And then instantly, what I did, I just opened a new tab on my laptop, and I Googled, this died in a train accident in 1956. I thought maybe, it's not too old. Then I found 10, 12 different links. I clicked on one of those. Savitri was the name, South Indian name,
oh,
Savithri, Savitri. So instantly I opened one link, and I, started reading about that. And that was a narration of, of that great South Indian singer and, music personality who was traveling in train in 1956, and that met with an accident and she died. That was in 1956. So I was shocked. I said, "Leh, this is like, very amazing thing." Then after that, I never had that courage to even look at Gurudev's eyes. I only look at, Gurudev's lotus feet because that is our holy place to be in. Then I decided that since this picture, that particular picture had replied me, I must take that picture with me. And I sent this picture to the printer, and I asked him to get it printed. So he did, and I had 50 copies with me, and I was highly enthusiastic because before traveling, and it was only like couple of weeks or maybe less than couple of weeks when I started my practice, I was shown my last day of this current life. I did not
oh,
ask. I did not ask, but it was just shown to me. So if I happen to see that place, right? That place is, I'm on a single bed. It's like a, a living room. I'm on a single bed in a half, lying position and half sitting position, kind of, have some support of couple of pillows. And on my right hand side, there is a lady, a very tall lady, looks like a foreigner lady. She is sitting on a curved sofa. Like I can, figure out that sofa if I happen to see. And she is sitting on my right hand side, on the corner of that sofa, right? This side is empty, and towards my feet there is one boy, not so, you know fair complexion, and I don't remember, I don't recognize him, but he is sitting beside me, like, near to my feet. And both of them, are talking to me. And if I look, on the front side, there's a gate of balcony, and I can open the gate and go to the balcony. And both of them are saying that, would you like to go out in the balcony? You may see some people around. Then I said, no, it's fine. I'm okay with that. So that was kind of, climax of my life. And I could recognize only to, my face, and I'm not that fat, which I'm right now. And it was a slim body, but fit body. And then I realized that you have to work for around another 40 years or so. I was 46 that time. Now I'm 51-year old. So I said, Gurudev, you have shown me the last day of my life. And I could see that, when I leave my body and Gurudev is coming and taking me, something like that. So it was not scary, but it was a blessing. So I decided to carry this, mission informally. I had no one to ask for or from or to get any permission. And I went there. So when I landed, uh, it was a tiring journey, sort of like, taking one flight from Jaipur to Bangkok, and then from Bangkok to Jakarta. So it was almost like 24 hours, almost like, if not 24 hours, but at least 17, 18 hours. So somehow I landed there. I got the visa, got formalities done, and directly rushed to hotel. And I was so impressed with Guru Siyag Yoga that the first thing I did was, I sat down for meditation because I could not do meditation in the morning. It was evening when I landed there, reached the hotel, and I tried, yeah, sitting for 15 minutes. I thought, all this tiredness will vanish or disappear. But before 24 hours of that, I used to have some yogic movements in my body, leaning forward, backward. Everything was happening. And when I landed in the hotel room, I had nothing. I had no experience. So I started thinking, oh, it looks like it doesn't work in Muslim country. It was it was a funny and stupid thought, but somehow I said, okay, let it be. It is Guru's wish, so let it be. And then one of my friend was actually was informed that I'm in Jakarta, and she was kind of connected to me online, and she said, okay, I'll come and pick you up, and we will go to Indian restaurant. I'll take you to the Indian restaurant because I'm vegetarian. So finding vegetarian food in a country where most of the people are non-vegetarian. So she knew that, and she said, "Okay, I'll come and pick you up." So I said, "Fine, no issues." And then uh, I had that, ghost of Guru Siyag, the holy ghost of Guru Siyag in my mind. I was not thinking about anything at all. Not thinking about, what I'm going to do tomorrow in the training program, which I'm, supposed to do. But neither I was thinking that, how I'm going to interact with my friend I never met personally, but this is the first time I'm going to meet her. So she came and said, okay, let's go. I said, have a seat. Have a seat. I'll tell you something very interesting, very, innovative thing, very, divine gift from India. I started creating, kind of context around it. And finally, she said, Dharmendra, I might not be interested because, in India, you believe that, you should not get into these kind of practices when you are in, periods and all. So I said, no, Gurudev doesn't say anything about this. You can sit down for meditation. I was kind of insistent, and she was kind of hesitant rather. Then she said, okay, if you're saying that Guru Siyag Yoga can help you in all these problems, life problems, financial problems, health problems, mental problems, and all, then may I meditate for my father who is not keeping well, and he is 75 or 72 or so, and he has sort of a tendency to forget things, and he's getting older, but he's forgetting a lot of things. So I'm worried about him. He is in Kuala Lumpur, I'm in Jakarta, and I happened to see him, but when I saw him last time, he was not keeping well, and I'm worried about him. That's the only thought in my mind. I said, yeah, why not? You can pray to Gurudev. that, please help my father. And she said, okay, then I will have meditation. So she sat on the bed, and she only asked for 7-10 minute meditation. And the moment she started, that was my first experience in a foreign country with a Christian practitioner. Um, and then within a minute, she started having yogic, involuntary yogic movements. She was started shaking like a, you know, pole,
Oh,
the electricity pole. Like she was
oh,
shaking like that. And after a few minutes, she started crying with closed eyes. And 7 or 8 minutes had passed, and then she was normal. She opened her eyes, you know, cleared her tears, and she said, "Oh, this was amazing." So I said, "What was amazing in that?" She said, "I prayed for my father, and I asked, why you were crying, what made you cry, because generally it doesn't happen." So she said, "Well, towards the last a few minutes, I saw my father's face, so I started crying." It was shown here with closed eyes, but before that, Gurudev Siyag and his guru Gandayanathji was visible, and all of a sudden, my father was visible, and that made me cry. So I said, "That means Gurudev have listened to your prayer, and you can continue chanting this mantra, and everything will be fine." So what happened? She took me to the restaurant, Indian restaurant. We had Indian, some Punjabi restaurant. We had good Indian dinner, and she said, "Okay, let me pay for this." Then I said, "No, there is a restriction in this. You brought me from the hotel to this restaurant. That's your courtesy. That's your kind of, um, kindness, I would say. But it is restricted, it is prohibited in our practice that we get something from someone, or we even expect something from someone. I'll pay. I'm on a business trip, so don't worry. I'll take care of that. I have sufficient money, and I paid through credit card." And then she dropped me back to the hotel. So that was the only thing happened that night. But after that, I talked to old practitioner, in Rajasthan, who was in touch with me. And I asked him that, "Guru Bhai, I did not have meditation. I did not have any yogic movement while I landed here. And I suggested to someone, and she had. So what's the logic behind this?" So he gave a very funny but very sweet logic. He said, when our body is tired maybe due to travel, due to excessive physical work, then Kundalini will not perform yogic movements. Kundalini is a mother. Kundalini is a mother of universe, and is a mother, and mother knows what she needs to do to take care of her child. So that was a very sound logic. That was a convincing logic to me. And I said, Fine, okay. So let's see. If it doesn't happen tomorrow, then I'll come back to you with another argument." He said, "No, no, it will happen tomorrow. Just keep on chanting the mantra. Don't worry about it." But I kept on thinking about that, friend who had involuntary movements instantly in the first meditation itself. So next day, she said that, I'm chanting that mantra, and I'm continuously chanting that mantra, and I'm feeling very good. I said, "That's very nice." And let me finish her story, and then there are many more stories which I will cover in next episodes. So she said, that was Saturday when she did meditation, and then there was a Sunday. So she said, on Sunday evening, or probably on Monday morning, she messaged me that, everyone, we went to church, and everyone was doing that ritual practice of, prayer and all, and I was just with my closed eyes. I was standing like with folded hands, and I was chanting mantra, and nobody listened to that. And I saw Gurudev there also. So I said, I did not believe that initially. I thought, she is actually pleasing me or saying something to, flatter. Then I said, okay, very good. And on Monday evening, she said, Dharminder, some miracle happened. I said, what was that miracle? She said, I had a contract which was pending for last 8 years. Eight years.
Oh, okay.
And there were three partners in that contract, and that was not getting resolved. She's a lawyer by profession. And after 8 years, on Monday evening, her contract got settled, and she got 22,000 US dollars from that contract. That
Oh,
was her one third part. She said, I'm very happy, and someone had offered me a 5,000 US dollar watch. So I looked at my watch. Oh, it's okay. It doesn't matter if she is getting 5,000 US dollar watch, or if I'm having $50 watch or so. But she was very happy. And then she talked to her mother also about her divine experiences. And that was her stepmother. And her mother said, why don't you bring you know, this divine person to our home? I will also get initiated, and I will also go and meet Guru, his Guru. Then she said, my mother is saying so. I said, no, no, there is no need to go anywhere. And the mantra I have shared with you, you can share it with your mom. And there is no need to go even to meet Guru. Guru is within us. So before I left, she said, I'll go and I'll reach airport and I'll see you off. And she was carrying two full bags of gifts and chocolates and whatnot. And I humbly said, sorry, I can't accept it as well, because it is prohibited in our practice. Then she said, okay, you have two kids, and I have also, like, I have four kids, and I'm just giving you these chocolates, mango chocolates for your kids. Okay, I'll take away all these things, all these two bags full of gifts. I don't want you to carry. Just take these two pieces of chocolates. So I said, okay, I'll carry for my kids, because you are giving it for my kids. So that was very interesting. And then after that, I continued in touch with her. And very next week, when I returned back, she said, you know what? My father, remember now, even those things which happened 45 years ago. So I said, now that if that is the speed of remembering, then he may remember who he was in the past life as well. She said he revealed to her
oh,
how his first wife died. That was a secret he never revealed to anyone, and he recalled all those things. So he was good at remembering things. So I said, now Gurudev have taken care of him as well. So these are very divine, unexplainable, sometimes sounds like illogical, unscientific, or non-scientific, irrational. But that is what Gurudev Siyag says, that this science has never surfaced before, and this will actually transform the entire humanity. So I have more and more such experiences working with foreigners, and I will certainly share those in coming episodes. At least some people would be interested to know. I had
absolutely.
yeah, I had shared those in Hindi long back, almost 3.5 years ago, but those videos I'm not able to find out. And I was very keen on recording those meditation sessions of people who got initiated. So I recorded that session of my friend, but she said, please don't share it with anyone, and just send it to me. So I sent it to her, and that is still with me. And every year I
Oh,
send it to her and tell her that, you remember on October this, even I can tell you the date. Very interesting.
indeed, indeed.
You will
So
be
we have all sort of practitioners. This is what I
also.
have experienced in my journey. that
Yeah.
some people have all the experiences, divine visions, and all that, and then also they become disoriented and leave after few months or few years. And then there are those who have no experiences and they continue. And then there are those who have been on this path, who have progressed well, who are spreading the guru's word, but somewhere they get disoriented and they indulge themselves in counterproductive things. And so so a lot of things also, I would say that this path is all about loving Guru Siyag first, accepting Guru practitioners in whatever form they are expressing their love, and whatever they want to do or can do to increase their surrender and love towards Guru Dev, whatever it might be. So to me, it is hearing his words, looking. I have never ever looked at Gurudev's face. I only want to look at his feet. And right from the start, I was always comfortable only to see Gurudev's feet here. So this has been happening with me since the start. So what I believe is that this journey is all about experiencing and receiving Gurudev's love and grace, and let it express through your own self also, rather than putting it in a bracket that this must not be done or that must not be done. Anything that is done for Guru's love must be done. So this is something that we can conclude with. And we can now hear Gurudev's divine voice and the mantra from his voice, and then we can meditate for 15 minutes.
Yeah. So thank you so
So
much.
I'll
I
just,
take the leave now.
yes, please. Thank you. So now I will be putting a small video of Gurudev Siyag in English. So he has very simply shared about Guru Siyag Yoga in a few sentences, and he also shares the divine mantra. So those of you who would like to get initiated today, they can hear the mantra in Gurudev's voice, and that is all that is needed to get initiated on this path. And so what you have to do is to practice meditation. Is one thing that you do not have to do is that do not, please do not meditate if you have had your dinner maybe around half an hour back or something. So you must have gap of around 3 hours, at least 3 to 4 hours between the food, between the last meal you have had and the meditation. And very simple method of practicing meditation is that you have to look at Gurudev's picture like this one, and look at the picture intently for a couple of minutes, and then close your eyes. And when you close your eyes, see Gurudev here on your third eye. So this is the place where you have to visualize Gurudev. And initially, uh, if you are not able to visualize or anything like that, just don't worry about anything for that matter. Everything gets better with your with the consistency, with the surrender, with the journey as you progress. So just look at the picture and then close your eyes and visualize Gurudev here and pray to Gurudev to help you meditate for 15 minutes. And once you close your eyes and the meditation start happening, you might experience some involuntary yogic movements or any other thing that you may not have experienced before. So it could be experiencing some vibration or anything, or you may get some vision or something. So please let it happen. Whatever will happen will automatically stop after 15 minutes, and your eyes would open after 15 minutes. So whatever time you would ask. So your meditation will end exactly after that time. So this yoga is automatic. So whatever happens on its own accord. You do not have to do any effort around sitting in a particular posture, sitting straight, erect, or anything like that. All you have to do is sit in a comfortable posture and have some space around you for any movement to happen. So whatever space you have, and you can sit on the floor, you can sit on the bed, you can sit on the sofa, you can those of you who are not feeling well or who have some problem, can't sit, they can lie down also. And you do not need any special mat to sit, any special material to get great results on this. Nothing, you do not have to do anything, just sit. So twice a day, morning, evening, afternoon, night, whatever. No time restrictions from Gurudev. You do not have to stop eating anything or stop drinking anything to get initiated or progress on this path. So we do not have to give up on anything that we are currently having, even as even as addicts. So a lot of us are tea addicts, coffee addicts, alcohol addicts, or whatever addicts. So we do not have to give up on anything. All we have to do is surrender to Gurudev and with honesty practice Guru Siyag Yoga, which involves meditation twice a day and chanting of the mantra. So, the mantra that you would be hearing from Gurudev's voice, just hear that mantra and concentrate on that mantra and concentrate on the pronunciation. Make sure that you pronounce the mantra correctly. So the mantra jap in this practice doesn't have to be loud. That means you do not have to speak out the mantra. You have to silently chant the mantra. You do not even have to move your tongue or lips while chanting the mantra. So just chant the mantra right, silently, like you read a book. You do not have to move a muscle while chanting the mantra. So focus as much as you can on chanting the mantra during the day whenever you can. And when you would do this process honestly, this mantra would get internalized into your being, and it'll be chanted without you chanting the mantra. So this phenomena is called Ajapajap in Hindi. In English, I don't know what it is called. Maybe we can call it involuntary chant that happens on its own accord. So this is it. Those people who have some serious disease or something. So I have personally talked to those people. So what I have seen is that patients of AIDS, cancer, and all that, when they put all their heart and mind in chanting of the mantra, so they really get that ajapa jap quite soon. Any which ways, that's beyond the context. So what's important is just remember that Gurudev is same to everyone, and whatever we experience is different from everyone. We all are equally blessed. So whatever happens or do not happen, everything is Gurudev's grace. So now we will hear Gurudev's voice and then we will meditate for 15 minutes. Jai Gurudev.
Yoga mean Yoga means a union of the soul with God or the universal consciousness. What are the benefits of Siddhi Yoga? Siddhi Yoga heals, cures, or frees the body from any physical illness, adds various forms of cancers, diabetes, arthritis, asthma, and even genetic disease like hemophilia. In the case of disease such as AIDS, which attacks the entire body, the patient may experience internal kriyas like sensation or heat, electricity, or tingling. According to Siddhi Yoga philosophy, the divine power awakened by the enlightened Guru gets transmitted through his blissful voice to the listeners, irrespective of language spoken by the Guru. This divine power transmissions occurs smoothly and remain unaffected by the language being used. Regular practice of Siddha Yoga strengthens the immune system. The Kundalini acts as a protective shield of the immune system and wards off the onslaught or recurrence of any disease. Impact of Kundalini awakening. The Kundalini makes the practitioner perform kriyas that are specific to his needs. With this cleaning, the practitioner is cured of all kinds of chronic and even terminal disease such as HIV, AIDS, cancer, arthritis, etc., and genetic disorder like hemophilia. Mental application too are completely cured and stress is completely relieved. Cling, Krishna, cling, 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 cling, Krishna, cling.
Jai Gurudev, everyone. Please come out of meditation. Thank you so much for being part of today's Bliss Becoming and Being live session. Have a great week ahead. Jai Gurudev.